This is beautiful Loch Lomond. Gorgeous. So tell me about Loch Lomond.
Apparently it resembles Lake George. Somewhat, yeah, I guess so. Water, trees, mountains. It's beautiful.
Sing the song.
I'll take the high road and you take the low road.
Opposite.
Doesn't matter, don't they sing it both ways? No? Here we are on one of the walks around Les. Scenic walks through Scottish Highlands. There's the loch out there. Somebody's boat. Hey Heather. What's this place called? No? Nobody knows. He said, please shut the gate. So you shut the gate. Cutie. We came to Scotland to hang out in the graveyard.
1835.
By his sons. Whose sons? Erected? No. John Colquhoun. I can't speak Scottish. This is cool. Well, to be continued. Still on our scenic walk. I think you can see this river leading all the way out to the loch. Nice little creek. Hello! Students. A bit. Scenic walk in Les. Some sheep. Ah! There's a giant mountain. Some sheep all the way up there.
Yeah, little white ducks all the way up there. They climb that high.
Do you want to go to the top first?
Edinburgh Castle.
And you come in, folks, gather around over here. Come in as close as you can or as close as you're willing. If we need to leave space, don't get past us behind us there. Just squeeze in, fill in the gaps. Now, on the wall across front over there, we have a plaque in memory of Sir William Kirkcaldy of Grange, military commander of this castle in the 1570s. This was one of the lords of Scotland who had fought against Mary Queen of Scots in order to remove her from the throne. Now, as an award for his services in that respect, he was given command of this castle by the Parliament of Scotland. And he used that position of power to change his mind. He actually swapped sides at this point and started fighting for Mary's reinstatement. A bit of a bad idea, because the castle was then under siege from the army of the new king. And it took them 3 years, but they finally managed to get this guy to surrender the castle before he gave up. And he then had a rope tied around his legs, and then was tied to a horse. The horse dragged him down the road, where he was then tried, hung, and beheaded for his actions. That's why the plaque on the coat of arms now has a severed head right up to it. The head, of course, was not disposed of, and they used to go back in here, but it was still put on a spike on one of the high walls.
I have the view from Edinburgh Castle. The whole city. What's the clock over there? Is that the palace or whatever?
The clock? That's it's the Balmoral Hotel.
It's a hotel. Oh yeah, you know, I saw that on TV the other day.
And
It's
we
the
got,
clock tower you're not allowed to go into.
and like just in front of it, the Sir Walter
That's the Scott
Scott Monument.
Monument. Crazy Gothic looking thing.
The green roof thing, the Bank of Scotland. Down below Winter Street.
Yeah.
Winter Street Gardens.
Bunch of shops.
Way out in the distance, the landscape, you can see the East London,
The who?
the East and West a straight ahead city.
Cool.
That little. And here, the main camel land is way over there. See?
Where?
Way over there.
No.
Where the trees are.
Where the trees are. There's a lot of trees out there.
Looks like you see building. You see this one there? Just keep on going past it.
Okay. Alright. So there's the building. Right. And way past it. And the trees out there somewhere. Okay.
You can see the bridge right next to the bridge.
Bridge to where? No.
Oh, there you can see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we gotta see it.
You always hear my dad say that with the bridge.
Look at me unsteady.
You can see Ben Longman down there.
It's really tough to see, but I think you can make it out. This is pretty cool, man. This is the view west. What did you say about that was the graveyard where they steal bodies? Where you steal?
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So Frankenstein came from there.
It's the first and
What's
St.
that?
Mary's Cathedral.
Is it a cathedral? I thought they said they couldn't have any cathedrals.
Episcopal Cathedral. The rugby stadium.
Great. Cool. Some more cannons.
Allora, 46, rifletti, ma ci sei due signorine che belli, No, ringraziando Dio, se tu fai oggi una riflessione, non è che c'hai niente da...
A duty.
Not with those uniforms on, they wouldn't. Yeah, the duty is to walk around and take pictures of people.
No, they're not supposed to do that.
I'll bet you $1. They come back up here. We'll ask them.
Maybe they have
Maybe. Soldier's Dog Cemetery. How odd. Mons Meg. Big siege gun.
the Great Hall here in Edinburgh Castle. My name is Elvis Presley, this is John Lennon. And I'm going to tell you just a wee bit about the Highland Clansmen who attacked Edinburgh Castle in 1745. We're here today as part of the live interpretation of Edinburgh Castle. Every day throughout summer into autumn, there is a different period of the castle's history portrayed. And today is that of 1745, when Bonnie Prince Charlie and his Jacobite army attacked Edinburgh Castle. The reason they attacked Edinburgh Castle was because at this point in time, Scotland was very much a divided country. At this time, the King of Britain was in fact a German. It was George I, the Elector of Hanover. It should have been in the hands of the Stuart monarchy, the Scots kings and queens, who were the rightful owners. Scotland was a divided country. In the 18th century, Scotland wasn't like what you see in Brigadoon, where everybody dresses in tartan, everybody drinks whiskey, eats haggis, and has a fight every single night. That's only where MacDonald and I come from. That happens. Here in Edinburgh, it's boring. Edinburgh is no different from London, it's no different from Paris in the 18th century. This is lowland Scotland. MacDonald and I are Highlanders. Even though we are part of Scotland, we are very much the last feudal system in Europe at this point. We will do as the clan chief tells us, not as the king or the government. Now, Bonnie Prince Charlie comes to Scotland to raise the Scots people to fight to retain his throne. Now, he doesn't actually come to Edinburgh first of all, he goes to the Highlands and he raises the clans. If Bonnie Prince Charlie were to come to Edinburgh, the people of Edinburgh would not support him. As indeed we found out, the people of Edinburgh did not support their rightful king. So he went to the Highlands and he raised most of the Highland clans. We marched upon Edinburgh and by September 1745 had overrun the city of Edinburgh. The inhabitants of Edinburgh were cowering in terror, they were frightened of the Highland host and they were not supporters. We besieged Edinburgh Castle. Now this castle has never ever in its entire history been taken by force. It has been taken after a long siege with surrender, but it has never ever been taken by force. We made a token effort to besiege the castle. We knew we weren't going to do it. The Highland clansmen that attacked the castle, various clans like MacDonald and myself, were dressed as we are dressed today. Now I represent that of the upper echelons of society. I am a clan chief, which means I am better than him. He is in fact a Highland clansman. Now MacDonald here is not wearing a kilt. The kilt is what is descended from what he is wearing. The kilt is a relatively modern garment. It's only about 210 or 220 years old. This is Philly Moore, as we call it in Gaelic, is ancient. This goes back before medieval times. The kilt nowadays is a quicker version of what MacDonald is wearing, but it is descended from it. Now the Philly Moore here, as you can see, it's got the part, what we call the coat, over the back. It's all one piece of material. If you wear a kilt today, you may be offered what I would describe as half of a carpet to broach to your shoulder, which hangs down. That, of course, is not traditional. That is actually just a throwback to the coat coming over the back. The kilt nowadays, I'm glad to say, is officially recognised as the national dress of Scotland. I think it's fair to say also that the kilt is probably the most recognisable national dress anywhere in the world. I know whenever we go into Europe or North America, people instantly recognise us as Scots because of what we're wearing. And the kilt, of course, I wouldn't say that the Scottish national dress nobody else's national dress isn't as good as ours, but what we would say is ours is better than everybody else's. Now, you don't need to be Scottish to wear a kilt, you don't need to be Scottish, and no matter where you're from, what colour you are, anyone can wear a kilt. Don't let anybody tell you any different. If you are Scottish, you look better in one. That's the only advantage you would have. So no matter where you're from, you can wear a kilt. It is true, we don't wear anything under the plaid, we don't wear anything under the kilt. The plaid is long enough to be discreet, and long enough to be discreet, it's no big deal. Well, not in MacDonald's case. The plaid itself, the plaid is long enough to be discreet. You don't need to wear anything underneath it because of its length. Now, the Highland Clansmen arranged his plate like what we've got behind us here. Now, this piece of material here is only 3 yards long, and this is how the Highland Clansmen attacking Edinburgh Castle would construct the actual failing wall, the Belton plate. This is only 3 yards long, the bronze is nearly 9 yards long. The reason we've got one at 3 is because it's a lot quicker to plate up. Now, you stand on the edge of your plate like this, you drop to your knees, and you start to form a series of pleats.
What Robertson is doing is called kilting. This is where we get the term a kilt. It is not ceremonial and it is not religious. What this does is gather up excess material and make it look pretty from behind.
Now, if you look at a modern kilt, you will notice there is lots of pleats stitched in at the back. The Clansman doesn't stitch the pleats in at the back, he keeps them as they are. Here in Edinburgh Castle there is a couple of the stewards who wear the kilt with a lot of pride. You will notice that they have all these pleats at the back. If you do see a steward, just look at the pleats, do not touch them. They go absolutely mental. Now, to finish, before we actually finish the construction, there is a couple of myths about the plate. Now, the plate, once you put it on, you cannot fly when you put these on. We have tried it, doesn't work. There is also a myth that supernatural spirits are kept in the back of plates. This was actually a rumour that was started by Dutch soldiers in 1689. In 1689, William of Orange, the stadholder of the United Free States of Holland, was invited to become the King of Scots. He became King William III of Scotland. When William came to Scotland,
Just want to check, it's the stick.